Hello and welcome to the Gentlemen's Club podcast. I am today's host, King, the cute one. That's kind of a lie. Kieran's the cute one. I
No,
am
you're
joined
cute, bro.
here. Thank you. I am joined here by the beautiful and always reliable Kieran Games X105. Say hi,
G'day.
Kieran.
How you doing?
And the ever whimsical and algorithm studying 51,
Hey,
who sounds really depressed right now. Great.
I just woke up.
And today is episode 4 of our podcast, and we're going to forget about that shithole of the video that came before this one, because I am not happy with that. And we're going to move on to bigger and better things. Doesn't matter who edited it, we just shouldn't be there. Anyways, 50 says he has a lovely story to get us started with. So 50, why don't you take it away?
Let's hear it.
Okay, so listen, we try to be comedians a lot of the time. So what I'm about to tell you is very heavy-hearted. It's not like sadness like our first one. It's just a f***ed up story. I heard about this yesterday, and it's about a serial killer. From let me tell you how this is. Okay, so there was this little kid, right? And he was deformed. He had the IQ of a goldfish, like legitimately, back in like 1930 something. All right, like he is a f***ed up kid. All right. So about a third grade, he got bullied, blah, blah, blah. They had to take him out and they put him into a special ed center. And this kid was so f***ed up mentally and every other way that even the special ed kids made fun of him for being so stupid. So they had to take him out of the special ed center and then put him in a homeschooling program. But all his older siblings were also mean to him for his monkey looking appearance. You know what I mean? Like he was a son of a. So the only person that loved this dude in the world, and I mean the only person in the world that loved this dude was his mom. So when he was about 10 or 11, they put him in the Hitler youth program. But this dude was so stupid and so dumb that Hitler himself kicked him out of the Hitler youth program because of how he looked and how dumb he was. It gets so much worse, all right? Now, this would obviously draw anybody insane. So the only career this dude would get would be working on farms. So one day, he was in the slaughterhouse and he had to witness a pig getting slaughtered. So he got an incredible erection from watching this pig getting slaughtered. His murder boner was pulsating through the roof. So he walked out. King, stop making weird faces while I'm talking about a pig getting. So like he walked outside with this credible erection, right? And this is when this is obviously in the story where we're like, okay, this is a serial killer kind of guy. You know what I mean? But if you were to look at him, which I'm gonna put his name in the comments because I'm not putting that Hitler in the title of this.
It sounds like
you.
a creepypasta, not gonna lie, mate.
Yeah.
This is a real story. This is a real story. If you want to watch this after the podcast, you can, but it's not even done yet. Like close to done yet. So he started to find a liking for gore and watching animals, should I say, get cut open. Well, one day he was milking a cow and decided to put his hand up the cow's, and then he got aroused from that. So he cows. He started to the animals at the farm. After so long, which my facts here might like this little area, I'm not sure how he got kicked out. All I know is there was a point in time where he left the farm, and if I could guess, it's because the cows. So
Yeah.
he started doing
would do
this,
it,
right? You would cows?
Yeah, maybe.
No, that's why he'd get kicked out or leave.
Oh wait,
I didn't.
there are two different people in this chat.
Yeah, I don't know who's kicking the cows and who's kicking them out, but hey, anyway, so
Ow.
pretty much after this, he would start to lure young girls like into alleyways. But like the first time he did this was pretty much because he had his first sexual experience where he prematurely ejaculated. Karen, edit that, like bleep out ejaculation for 2 times.
Twice,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, twice. So I just had to say it. So
There's
prematurely.
nothing wrong with the word ejaculation.
It's yeah, you're right. But like
It's a medical term. They're not going to censor it.
Ejaculation, menstruation, masturbation. You can say whatever.
like if you said heavy flowing blast, I would have been let's censor that. But no, it's ejaculation 50.
Well, now you have to censor it because you went and said it.
I mean, is Love Juice censored?
I thought we were making the first 3 minutes like game before we derive into the cursey.
I'll tell you what. Just for people who are watching this podcast who are worried what I censored out, go right to the end. I'm going to put this in post as like a blooper.
Of course you will.
Okay, so anyway, well, back to my story. He had his first sexual experience where he had to prematurely blah blah blah, and then after that, he was so embarrassed that he decided to start raping women. So he lured a young girl into an alleyway, and this is the craziest part. Keep in mind, this isn't some genius serial killer, nothing like that. This guy went undetected for 20 years. Do you know how this man succeeded avoiding the law for murdering women for 20 years over and over again while raping them, cutting them, leaving fingerprints everywhere? And he had the lowest IQ of any serial killer to ever exist. He was so dumb, he got hit. He was kicked. I'm gonna tell you a second about like I really want people after I finish this to go back because it gets so more fucked up, and I want you to go back and hear Kieran just say that. So pretty much, do you want to know? Take a wild guess of how the he detected this for so long, like undetected. Guess.
He like lived in the woods in like a cottage that nobody ever bothered looking at, or something like that.
This is gonna be one of them things where it's like it's so painfully obvious that like we're not even gonna get it. And do you know what it's gonna be?
He's an ice cream truck driver.
No. Here's what it is. The guy was either a garbage lorry guy, like he's cruising around, he's throwing the bodies in the back, or here's a very good one. He's killing and raping and then eating the bodies.
No.
There can't be any evidence if you eat it.
Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer.
He had the largest semen count ever recorded. He had copious amounts of semen produced. So when he raped these dead women, he produced so much that they were convinced it was a gang of people and not one person because it was so much.
I hate this story.
Yeah,
he also took on them after he raped them. So he would come on them and then on the dead person that he just raped. So Kieran, you said it's you?
See, the thing is, right?
I'm gonna have to tell my mom not to watch this one.
See, the thing is, right? Hear me out. So, a serial killer does this and he gets away with it, and I do it, and suddenly it's Kieran. You're tearing this family apart. Stop on the bed sheets. Make up your mind, people. Like you can't excuse it one place and then me off because you don't like it everywhere else.
Yeah, okay. Let Kieran do what he wants to do. If Kieran wants to shit on somebody's face, let him shit on somebody's face. It's not.
Hey, you want to meet up sometime soon?
Don't tease me with a good time, Kieran.
Guys, be careful for pink eye, though. That's a big thing in that area.
The thing is, pink eye is only a problem if you're not safe. Remember, kids, practice safe sex.
Yep, wear your goggles.
Wear your goggles.
If you get blasted in the face, make sure you got eye protection.
Quality. So is that the end of your little creepy pasta 50? I gotta know.
That's a good. Hold on. That's a real story. You guys can continue, but that is a real story. That is 100%, and I swear on my dad's grave, like true as
that.
Yeah,
all right. Well, I have a good segue for that. I can't believe I just said I have a segue for that freaking story, but I do.
I'm really curious what it is now. What is the segue? I want to know.
All right. It's just something I was sitting down. I was thinking about it. I mean, this is Tamer, but the fact that I can't think of a popular game that doesn't involve murder. I cannot. For the life of me. Think of a game that's like top of the tier. Everybody plays it. Everybody watches people play it, and you're not killing people. And it goes to show how desensitized humanity is.
Mario Kart.
To be fair, people can't watch it. Nintendo takes all your videos down when you post something on it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm getting at. Rainbow Six Siege, zombie games, alien games. You're killing something in almost every big deal game. All these tournaments are about killing people. You ever think about that? I mean, it's fun to kill fake people, but you know.
I've got one game. I have one game where you never kill a single person.
I swear if you say what I think you're going to say.
If it says Yakuza, I'm kicking his fucking ass.
Yeah.
All right, boys. So apparently I don't have any games that don't involve murder.
You kill them. You had the strength I've seen those Yakuza guys have. They're killing those people.
No, that's the thing, though. Canonically, Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series has never killed a man. Canonically, he's never killed anyone.
Yeah, neither has Jigsaw. He just puts their heads in the trap, and then if they die, they die.
That is some bullshit. I hated that they tried to use that excuse all the time. Like, I never killed anybody. They killed them. Shut the fuck up, dude. You knew what was going to happen. There was some situations where they couldn't get the fuck out of there. You had to be like Einstein or some shit. Like in the last movie or whatever, where he put the keys in the shotgun shells. Like, who the fuck thinks of that?
Yeah, to be fair though, that was from like his earliest work where he was still like, you know, becoming the Jigsaw identity.
True, but actually in that scene, the one guy told her not to shoot right before she shot. So
yeah. And
he actually would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had she been a bit more calm and rational.
And for the record, 50, technically every one of those traps in those movies is designed for you to be able to get out through maiming yourself, except for the apprentices that would make them unfair for real.
Amanda would set up traps that were unwinnable, and then Mark Hoffman, his first trap that he did was which was the opening trap in Saw 5, was unwinnable as well.
Which got him taken in by Jigsaw. And the whole point was he wanted that guy dead anyway, and he was just framing Jigsaw. Which,
basically, yeah. I like the fact that you know this kind of shit, King. Let's
I enjoy those movies. I enjoy the plot, and I'm not just in it for the gore. It's actually quite interesting thriller. So
yeah, it is quite interesting.
I think the first Saw movie might be my favorite horror movie of all time, just because there was that mystery element of it.
Yeah, it has one of the greatest horror movie shocks of all time. The dead guy is the killer in the room. So it doesn't get better than that.
Like this won't shock you guys because you know me so well, but it took me so long to understand that because like it was like little bits of it was ruined for me before I watched the first Saw movie. So like I didn't understand the capacity of that plot twist. So like I was like, why the fuck did everybody flip out about this? But I think the biggest plot twist in a movie ever might be the Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption? But there was a twist to that?
Yeah, like where he was like you at the beginning of the movie where he gets the ice pick thing and the rock pick, and he's like, it would take 600 years to crawl out of this. And at the end of the movie, spoiler if you haven't seen a fucking 40-year-old movie, but like he for 20 years he was picking away at that wall, and he used the poster to hide away the hole he was picking away at. And when they throw the rock from those little figurines they thought he was carving, they realized that he got the fuck out. That was a big.
I personally wouldn't consider that much of a plot twist. If you want a fucking good one, and I swear, a fucking good one. Like, all right, so have you guys seen Shutter Island?
Yes. Oh, I know it. Oh, that one.
The plot twist for that is fucking incredible. Okay, so like, you know, you're built up following Leonardo DiCaprio, who's a detective trying to find, like, you know, the disappearance of an inmate and a murder that's gone on. But I
know what you're talking about. Yep.
But the fucking plot twist is the entire time he's been the inmate that he's searching for. Yeah. Like, it's literally just a ruse constructed by the fucking asylum to keep him sane. He's just wandering around the island thinking he's solving something that they've set up for him, and it's fucked. I watched it with my mum when I was like 15, and we were like, yo!
Oh, if we're talking movie plot twists, guys, Darth Vader was Luke Skywalker's father the whole time. I mean, like,
how dare you fucking spoil that for me, man? How dare you spoil that for me, all right? I was just getting into it.
I love the videos of children, their parents filming their children reacting to that, and they're like, he's his father? It's like the biggest shit. It's actually a good plot twist if you've never seen the movie. So.
Oh yeah, back when that came out, I guarantee so many people were like in genuine shock. These days it's a fucking meme, but like back then it was a matter of what?
Holy shit! The bad guy is the good guy's father.
You if we're on the like whole cinema train, what is like with Star Wars? Because you guys know I've never seen it, but. You know how like Star Wars, I don't know if Star Wars was the first show to do this or Stranger Things, but to bring like a cinema level type of, no, it was Game of Thrones who did this, a cinema level type of thing to TV, like not like seasons of like 25 episodes, but like 8 to 10 episodes of just like big budget shit, right?
Okay,
probably Game of Thrones. Well,
hold on. I was Game of Thrones. I mean, kinda ish, but like still, like it got masked by Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was the biggest show ever at the time. So like pretty much the way they're doing it now is they're interwoven like the fucking cinema universes, like Star Wars and like Marvel with these TV shows, and like the Mandalorian, immensely popular. I love the Mandalorian. It's fucking crazy good. I can't.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
saying.
I need to see it.
If you guys haven't watched it, I'm not gonna ruin it because I'm not too far into it. Because like a week and a half ago when I moved to my apartment is when I got into it. Like I actually started watching it after
Baby Yoda gets fucking curb stomped.
Baby Yoda.
If only.
Baby Yoda gets drunk, like jumped by the Crips. It's a weird episode. I was like, holy
it's
shit.
a weird episode, man.
They just kicked the fuck out of him. I'm like, damn. So pretty much.
I've just Googled it. And Game of Thrones is the top one. It cost about 15 million per episode.
Oh, all that CGI and whatnot.
Well, Game of Thrones, like some of the craziest fucking battle scenes ever put to cinema was in Game of Thrones. Like, I can't tell you. Like, I watched Game of Thrones with fresh eyes. So all these plot twists, like that we were talking about, and all these crazy things, I got to see fresh eye because I was too young when Game of Thrones came out. I didn't have social media. And then I watched Game of Thrones the second I was old enough to even have social media. So I mean, I got to witness. Like, have you guys seen it?
It's personally not my thing. I probably won't ever sit down and watch it, especially from what I've heard from the last season.
All I know is everybody dies and everybody fucks their sister at some point. So,
and if I wanted to watch that, I'd go onto Pornhub.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good idea.
The death part? Okay, so like,
sorry, go on. I'm Googling not porn.
Why is King jerking in the podcast? He's a weird fellow. But like pretty much
in
like the fifth season.
You're not? You think I'm wearing pants right now? Come on.
I actually don't have pants on under this. I just put a
He
shirt
admitted
on.
it.
Yeah, Kieran called me when I was waking up, so it was like, well, I called Kieran and I saw him vigorously shake. So anyway, back to Game of Thrones. In the 5th season, they kill Jon Snow, which is like, I've read the books. Wasn't supposed to fucking happen. So they kill Jon Snow, and that's the first time though I like a plot twist ever made me go like, holy shit, I'm gonna go break everything I know. Like, you know what I mean? Like riots and shit. Like it was the first time I know buying feeling. Like $10,000 worth of toilet paper for no fucking reason. I was crazy amounts. Like it was copious amounts. So I was like, oh shit. I took 2 weeks off of Game of Thrones. Like I could not finish the rest of it until my dad was like, hey man, he's not dead. And I was like, okay, good. It's like I was gonna quit this shit.
On the subject of show deaths, has there been a TV show death that you guys have actually watched that's genuinely annoyed you?
Oh my god. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to just say what I'm thinking?
I want to hear what you've got. I want to hear 50, then I want to hear King, and then I'll say mine.
Okay.
Genuinely annoyed me?
Yeah.
Brian off Family Guy.
Wow, okay. That was a pretty underwhelming one.
He's gone for 3 episodes.
3 episodes and he came back and that was it.
Okay. If you're talking like that annoyed me and that annoyed someone, that's why he got brought back. But if I'm talking about like a genuine death of somebody,
a genuine death, like one that they can't reverse, like the character's gone now.
Fuck. King, go first because I'm thinking. I know it's in here.
All right, get ready for a tangent. I won't go through the whole spiel, but 2010, Walking Dead comes out. I love it. Parents love it. Find out it's based off comics. I don't really read comics. Don't care. Love the characters. Love the plot. It's great. Set the scale. Over time, the show goes from the best show on TV to the characters making stupid mistakes. They're splitting up all the time.
Yep.
And then they have the fucking gall to kill off Carl Grimes for some bullshit contrived shock factor when at the same time they knew Andrew Lincoln, the main character, didn't want to be on the show very much longer, and they kill off his son who bought a house to live closer to the set because they told me be on the show for years to come. And oh my god, it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in a TV show ever. I gave up watching it for a couple episodes because I was just so upset. The whole point of the comics is that it's Rick and his son's story. And at the end of the series, some stuff happens and Carl takes over and he helps lead the people, yada, yada. Well, They kill him off in the show. He was one of my favorite characters. One of the only characters that was thinking about the future, not being stupid and running off all the time. Then he dies in a very long and boring way, which is like pitiful. I was just mad the whole time. Karen got me going. Dumbest mistake that show's ever made, and it's never recovered from it.
You're never going to believe this, King. But my personal choice is actually 2 from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
So one,
God.
Carl Grimes. Like, you know, when I saw that shit, I got fucking heated. I'm talking like because I was playing Ark a lot at the time. I named my character in Ark Scott Gimple must kill himself.
Oh, I fucking hate Scott Gimple. That guy did not know how to write for that show.
And like, you know, so that really annoyed me. But the other one that really annoyed me because, like, you know, as King said, it's based on the comic series. Before season, well, around about the season that Carl died, I binged through all the comics. I was up to date with everything. So a character that I'd really grown attached to was Jesus.
Oh.
And like, you know, Jesus in the comics is a fucking badass, right?
Yeah.
He was sick. He was fucking gay, and I loved him. But then
You were gay for him a little bit.
Yep. That hair. Ooh. But then in the show, the all-out war arc starts, and you think, right, Jesus was very, very prominent in this arc in the comics. They barely fucking use him, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're saving him for later. Maybe they're saving him for the Whisperer War, where, like, you know, where he actually has his time to shine. What happens? A few episodes into fucking season 9, and they fucking kill him. and
another shock factor kill, yeah.
But the thing is, like, you think he's cleaning up in this actually quite well made set. Actually, like, I really did enjoy that graveyard set. And then he's just cleaning them up, and you think, yeah, my man, you go for it. And he gets fucking murked right there on the spot, and I'm just there thinking, what fucking cunt wrote this?
I guess for me, I'll be honest, I thought it was done well because you didn't see it coming. You didn't think, oh, there's whisperers there. And he was doing cool shit. You know, like he jumps off one zombie and slices another. But I do know, yes, in the comics, they say he's like Rick's right-hand man. He's very tough. And he in the show, and that's the problem. I believe the story in the comics is better than the story in the show. And I honestly wish... Okay, the show has done a couple cool things. Like Daryl and Merle, I like that they were added. I like those characters. They're not in the comics at all. But majority of the time, I honestly wish the show was just the comics in live action media, because the comics seem to flow so much better.
Oh, yeah.
And now there's no main characters left. They've either died or gone off the show, so they've disappeared off the show. There are no main characters. It's just a bunch of characters you now kind of know.
Like my biggest issue with it. Like, but don't worry, Victor. We'll get to you in a second with, like, you know, what death annoyed you. Me and King are just rambling here. We're sorry.
We love Walking Dead, and they keep trying to ruin it for us. So,
like, you said that, like, you know, you like the inclusion of Daryl. I haven't liked Daryl personally since season 5, because before Merle died, he was a very interesting character. He wasn't necessarily out for himself, but he wasn't there for the people either. He had a very interesting arc. But then as soon as Merle was out the picture, he went from, "Hi guys, I'm Daryl. Get fucked," to Rick, grumble, Rick. Hey Rick, I got a crossbow, Rick.
Yeah, I do wish he'd get a haircut. That's one thing.
The dude hasn't showered since the beginning, and all the women who watch the show want to fuck him. Can you imagine what his balls smell like?
Probably rancid cheese wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Bro,
like fucking Arby's grill.
Bro,
yeah.
I smell like a fucking swamp after a hot day in my fucking office. Like, you know, this guy out in the fucking Georgia heat for fucking God knows how many years without washing them nards of his. Like, you know, King's description's putting it lightly. Like, you know, he'd like take off his trouser legs and he kills all the fucking plant life and vegetation in the nearby fucking area. The dude's literally got cartoon stink lines radiating off of him. That's how fucking vile he is.
I can hear the sound effect now.
Yeah, the fucking flies and everything. You can hear the physical womp.
They should add in every time somebody walks past them, they just fucking projectile vomit on the ground and they'll keep walking.
Like, just a very subtle effect. Every time he walks past something, you see it like wither away and die behind him.
Daryl, we need to talk about the whisper. This is really serious. We need. I'm trying to tell you, it's important. We put and you just can't get through a freaking conversation with the guy.
Dude's ball sack's
could be
decaying
so many
faster than The
memes.
Walking Dead.
There could be
that.
so many memes out of what the fuck King's facial expressions were just. It was like, it was. He didn't hold his tongue in, so it was just an open hole while he was doing this shit. It was hilarious. So I'm just letting you know, like, if we ever get big, you're definitely gonna get dick sucking memes just for that.
All right, 50. What about you? What has
Fuck
been the
50.
death on a TV show or a movie that's genuinely angered you?
Genuinely,
He still doesn't have anything.
I think like genuine anger, like something that I was like actually pissed about from a TV show. I mean, the only real TV shows I've watched have been like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Walking
Breaking Bad's
Dead.
fucking amazing.
I love.
I've never
Breaking
seen
Bad.
it. I've never seen it. I gotta
You need
watch
to sit
it.
down
I've
and
never
watch
seen
it. It's so worth the time.
It's so fun. Like I can't stress enough how fucking good that show is, dude. But fuck.
I can go again if you need more time.
No, I'm just like thinking of like a death that annoyed me, but I guess I'll have to pick something from Game of Thrones. I think. Oh, every death in the Red Wedding. Holy fuck, that was out of left field and it hurt to watch. If you guys don't know what happened to the Red Wedding, so pretty much the beginning of Game of Thrones, there's this. It says it in the name. There's this war for the throne, right? Well, in the first season, Robert Baratheon, which is the king of Westeros, which is just a landmass that they're on, and then you have fucking Sean Bean, whatever. I can't even think of his character. It's been so long.
He died. That's all that matters.
Yeah, he's the king of the North, right? Fuck. Hey Siri, hold on.
Winter and I are both coming.
Jon Snow.
See, like that was such a fucking meme, but like
I'm Sean Bean. I'm going to fucking die today. And if not today, I'll die in the next movie.
You gotta do like the thing he does where he's like, I'm Sean Bean. Like he has a weird thing he does with his mouth. I can't think of it. He's like, yeah. Kieran, what are you doing?
I'm chucking orange slices.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. I'm hold on. Before I continue, I'm thinking of this motherfucker's name.
There are orange slices all in my room.
He's just Sean Bean.
He's dead. It doesn't matter.
He's dead as fuck. He's been dead since 2010. So pretty much, like they go to Westeros. There's things fucked up with the king up in King's Landing. Winterfell is at the bottom, which is the north. King's Landing's at the top. So like they're like 7,000 miles apart, probably even more. There's no like real distance, but it takes somebody 4 seasons to walk from King's Landing to like Winterfell. So I'm guessing it's a long time. Yeah, it's a long fucking time. So pretty much, they go there. Sean Bean takes Arya and Sansa, which are his children, up to King's Landing, and then Catelyn Stark, which is his wife, stays in Winterfell with her kids. Bran, who got pushed out of a window because he saw the king and her brother fucking in the tower. The king, well, not the king, the queen and her brother fucking in a tower. So her brother pushed him out of a window. They thought he was dead. He was Karen's face. So they had to do that, and then it gets built up and built up and built up, and then you get to see really shitty people, and then there's this war thing after they behead. Oh, his name's Ned Stark. After they behead Ned Stark, they start this war. They start this war, and pretty much they have to make deals with people, and they made this deal with this person that Catelyn's son would marry this motherfucker's daughter if they let them cross the bridge into King's Landing, and they had the wedding.
I don't have a landing. I don't know what you're talking about.
And they don't have a shut the fuck up. They don't have a. He doesn't end up marrying that dude's daughter. He married some actual good-looking bitch, right? And she gets pregnant. So they shut all the doors after this wedding ceremony, and then the music drops, and you don't know what's about to happen, and you realize that the King's Landing people paid this family off, and they stabbed this baby to death. They slit the mom's throat. They slit the other mom's throat. They kill all the kids there. And Arya, who was in King's Landing, had to escape King's Landing when her dad got beheaded. What Sansa was kept prisoner and forced to fuck the queen's son. By the way, this is a 13-year-old girl. And Arya had to escape. And right before she's about to make it to her family, she hears the noises that they were all murdered. That death annoyed me.
So that annoyed you, okay?
Yeah, that annoyed me.
That sure does sound like a way to dampen relations between the kingdoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nothing like stabbing babies to, you know, make people hate the king.
I mean, I'll stab a baby for fun. What are you gonna fucking do about it?
That's when Joffrey. That's when Joffrey
snapping necks.
Joffrey's death. Let's talk about most satisfying deaths in media ever. I mean, media.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that little shit.
Yeah, Joffrey's death. Oh my god, I nutted when I saw it. I was so fucking happy to watch him die. If you don't watch Game of Thrones, you don't understand how awful that little shit is. Like, I mean, so like great villains. You think like Joffrey's all-time great villain, right? And then you think of like a great villain like Gustavo Fring from Breaking Bad. I'm not ruining shit, but you don't want him to die. I'm not saying he does, but you just watching him is pleasant. Like you don't want him gone at all, ever. So like with Joffrey, every scene he's in, you just want to watch him get the bitch smacked out of him. Like every fucking episode, you just want to watch his little tonsillitis 13-year-old bitch face get smacked by some grown man.
Isn't Joffrey the little twink?
Yeah,
Joffrey's a little shit.
I've heard of him. Yeah, I've seen him.
I just want to kick him in his nards every time I fucking see him. Just like bust his. I swear to God, the actor had to quit acting because of how much he got bullied for how well he played that role. Yeah.
That's not good. People take shit way too seriously. It's a character, not a real person.
He should have won like Emmys and Oscars for that role because he's a good dude. Like if you watch his interviews, he's a good kid, but like he's younger than us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't know about now, but when he played Joffrey, he definitely was. So like
no,
pretty much, yeah.
Way.
What?
Never mind. I'll explain after you've made your point. I'm sorry. I was just saw something and I'm like, I'm actually kind of in awe.
All right. Tell me, I'm done with my point.
All right. So, have you guys heard of RT Games? They got like 2.5 mil subscribers on YouTube. Fucking several 100,000 followers on Twitch.
Yeah.
I just been notified by my friend Alex that he's in a random Discord server and they're both in it together. And then most people be like, well, how can you be sure? Well, when you verify, when you like merge your stuff together, you have to like have access to the other account to allow the like verification to be done on your Discord. This guy's got the official YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter accounts linked to his fucking Discord.
Oh.
And you need to have verification and access to the accounts to do that in the first place. So my friend is just in some random fucking server with this fucking guy.
Would your friend be willing to invite him to our podcast?
Well, I was about to ask, can he give me a shout out? That'd be great, thanks.
Or give you a shout out, give us a shout out. No gentlemen's club.
Yay, we're so wholesome.
Very wholesome. It's all about the love here.
We're not horrid little girls that'll take it up the ass for views.
What?
Well, that's just you. I would.
Okay, well.
I would.
Okay.
If you assured me 1 million views on a video, whatever you want to do to you.
For fucking...
I gotta figure out a way to get us 1 million views, so I50 will let me do that to him.
For 1 million views, I wouldn't just take up the ass. I'll take up the nose as well.
I'll take it up my fucking ear canal. I don't know what you mean. I'll do anything I gotta
I'd
do.
go deaf for the dick. I mean, the views.
I'll remove an eyeball and take it through the skull.
Oh.
I'll let you skull fuck the shit out of me for 1 million views.
King's one. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. Get to my level, bitch. We're talking dirty sex stuff.
Why is King missing an eye? We had a great fucking night.
Dude, I can't see out of my right eye, and I feel great.
Why does King have pink eye in his missing eye? Well,
you don't want to know.
In his eye hole.
Oh, I'm looking up something. It's just my own ass, because that's where the eye went. We're into some kinky shit for millions of views.
All right, so
stuff porn, am I right?
Oh yeah. Considering today's podcast seems to be very media related.
Yes.
I don't think I've asked this one. Well, I don't think anyone has yet. But I want to know, what is everyone's overall favorite movie?
Ooh, fuck.
I want to hear what it is, and I want to hear what makes it special for you guys.
Avengers Endgame, don't laugh at me. I'll tell you why.
I'm not gonna laugh at you. Loser.
So pretty much since I was a kid, I've watched the Marvel movies, you know what I mean? Like every single one. They weren't my favorite movies of all time. Obviously, I still had better things in my mind at the time. Like I love deep cinema. Like I love The Wolf of Wall Street and I love the Joker movie. Like they're just really deep. But like Marvel movies are really cartoony, but they were building this characteristic and this like cinema universe that has never been done before. And I love comic books. Fucking love comic books, and I always have. So pretty much I would watch these Marvel movies with my family and all this shit, get into it, blah, blah, blah. And it got to the point where the Marvel movies just got like so intertwined that I would just smile. And they got so big that they were the biggest things ever. And like you predicted like every Marvel movie's ending. Like you could always predict them, like no matter what, whether it was like Iron Man, you know, like fucking nuking some random iron suit into nowhere, or Captain America shield thrusting so many soldiers in the face that you don't know how they're still alive. You just know the ending to whatever the fuck it is. But when Avengers Infinity War rolled around and Thanos fucking won, because I saw that the first day, I can't tell you how shocked I was, how fucked up the internet was, everything. So you had that lingering just, is that over? Dude, I was fucked up. Like I genuinely, like it was one of the first movies I've ever been fucked up. Like I cried during it, like a lot, because you had so much crazy shit. And then Endgame came out. And Endgame was like the movie that wasn't a Marvel movie. It was the most depressing post-apocalyptic shit you'd ever seen in your life. If you've seen it, you have like 15 years or so of history to just back this fucking movie up, right? So you watch it and you get to see Thor, an alcoholic fat dude that just is depressed and doesn't want to get out of bed.
I didn't like that part.
I loved that part because it's real. It's realistic. No, yeah, Thor blamed himself for the world ending pretty much. You know, of course he's gonna be depressed and drink a fuckload. Like
I know, I just wish he wasn't fat. I prefer him chiseled.
If it makes you feel any better, he's the right kind of fat. He's like, you know, chiseled fat. Like, you know, if you look at his body, even when it lifts up his t-shirt, it protrudes out a little bit, but it's still fucking shredded.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, and then you get all this buildup, right? And you think they failed when Thanos comes back from the past and just fucking laser beams the Avengers thing. And then everybody's getting their ass kicked. You know, Captain America picks up Mjolnir, immediate scream. Everybody, I was like 300 people before COVID hit. Like there was people lining the walls on like the rows of seats and shit, people laying on the floor just to fit into the theater. Like it was packed. First day of release. Captain America picked up Mjolnir. Everybody, right? And then the music drops when Captain America's shield gets destroyed. And then you hear, on your left. I started tearing up. I knew what the fuck was about to happen. But I wasn't meant to. I was not prepared for what the fuck was about to happen. Like I still watch that scene to this day and tear up just because of how fucking like impacting it was. So you see all these portals open up, and then every single fucking person from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that you've ever seen comes out in the most badass way you fucking can. And it's cool. It's really fucking cool. And I think that that moment right there will never be achieved again in anything ever when it comes to cinema. Because I don't think anybody had the patience to make that. Anybody had the hype to make that or the fucking money to make that. Because that moment was like, I can't describe everybody was in tears. Like everybody was fucking screaming. Like it was cool as shit. Like that's probably my favorite movie of all time just because of how it ended. Like I still watch it at least once a month just because of how much I love it.
I have 15 years for 20 minutes.
I have a very controversial take about that movie.
Oh no.
All right.
Oh shit.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So
hit us with it.
That portal scene where everyone's coming out is more emotionally impacting than Tony Stark's death.
Oh, easily. I didn't cry at Tony Stark's death.
Don't get me wrong, it was sad.
I get a little, but
it was sad, and I got a little teared up due to the death and the funeral scene. But overall, I think I was more emotionally shook when those portals started opening. Like, as soon as that happened, the orchestral, like the fucking beautiful fucking music, the fucking awesome cinematography. I was in awe. I was like,
yeah, I'm not like the way he just said that. Like, if you didn't get to see that in theaters, like I'm telling you, that was like a historical moment for our
seeing
time.
it in theaters.
I shat myself.
Best way to see it.
It was fucking. I don't care if you saw it with 10 people or 400 people. It was an immediate, just like
everyone made sound.
you got to realize that nobody knew what was happening. Like there was no spoil for this shit at all. Like you just went into a blind. So when you hear on your left, you had this like ripple wave through your body of just being a fan through it of like holy fuck, what is about to happen? I'm not prepared for it. And then everybody, and I mean like fucking
everybody.
They just looked pissed, and everybody just looked pissed. And then the music adds so much to it because you hear the original Avengers theme, and then it gets darker and just more pissed off the longer it goes. And then it gets to this certain just like fuck you tone, and then it shows like 40,000 superheroes, and then the music kicks up, and then you just hear Cap music drop.
It just cuts.
Yeah, and then
assemble. Bam.
That like. It was wild. It'll never be done again. Like that shit.
No, it can't be.
It was like thinking about it now is giving me like
I got goosebumps.
I'm sweating like a pig, so yeah.
And we're nerdy motherfuckers, we'll admit that. But like still, like that would, if you've watched the movies, even if you're like one of those dudes that says they've had sex with way more girls than they ever have, then you would still get goosebumps. Like you know, think of the biggest dick in your high school. That motherfucker watched all 20 movies. He would still be happy.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, King.
He's on heroin now.
Zipper,
Let's hear King's favorite movie. I'm curious. What's King?
Just one thing about the Avengers thing, real quick. I would just say, although it was great, I actually prefer Infinity War because it gives you those early interactions when they start, like when Tony Stark meets the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you have those you don't get those interactions in Endgame because Endgame is mainly about the main 6 Avengers.
Yeah.
So I personally prefer Infinity War because of those interactions, and it's like the first time they're all finally like coming together, and even it has the balls to do the one thing no superhero movie's ever really done and let the bad guy win. You got this guy built up through all these movies, and he actually wins rather than just like, oh no, we got to catch him to be continued. No, it's he fucking won. So,
he won fair and square.
So I'll say, of course, it has a sad ending, but I actually prefer Infinity War because then it sets you up for the next movie. So
that's respectful. I respect that opinion.
That's how I feel about that.
The Russo brothers that directed both of those movies are going to be able to do whatever the fuck they.
Oh yeah,
they've gone on.
They live.
They've gone on the record to say that they will come back to the MCU on one condition. They are allowed to direct either the next X-Men movie or the next Fantastic Four movie.
And it's going to be Galactus, and they're going to be able to
like. They'll make it good.
Yeah.
All right, so King.
Have you seen?
All right.
Okay,
King.
sorry.
My turn. All right. Oh.
Favorite movie.
Who's talking?
You, King. Go.
Favorite movie.
Okay. So when Kieran asked, I'm like, shit, because I got to think. Favorite movie. It's hard for me to say I have a favorite movie because there are sometimes I feel like watching some movies, and sometimes I feel like watching other movies, and so I had to really think. What's the one movie I could watch wherever that I know all the references from, and that it just gives you that feel good? And I would say Ridley Scott's Aliens.
Aliens is fucking, it's a classic.
Yeah, people say, oh, the first one's better, it's scarier. I can't say it's not good because it builds the thrills, but it didn't do it for me. Now, Aliens, the sequel, I think it's one of the greatest movies ever, just because all the characters are either relatable to, or you just love to hear them talk. The amount of references me and my family will trade from that movie. My mom will literally say, dinner's going to be ready soon. And I'll just go, ETA 16 minutes, which isn't even a popular line from that movie, but she knows exactly what I'm talking about. From Ripley trying to be a mom because her daughter's dead and she's found a new girl, to these soldiers and their wisecracks and them like walking into something they're not prepared for and having to adapt, to just all the aliens and the grotesque imagery, to the fact that there's a freaking queen, which is 4 times the size of any creature with 4 arms. And it's mama versus mama in the end there. Get away from her, you bitch. It just, oh my gosh, that movie makes me come. So
such a good fucking movie.
It's so much fun.
I think the Thing movie, the original Thing movie.
Oh, the Thing. That
was another
Carpenter's
contender.
The Thing.
Yeah, that was another
movie.
Contender. It's my favorite horror movie.
Fucking ahead of its time.
Oh yeah, everyone said it was too much.
It was too good, and if it was made today, the exact same, like every frame, every shot, just like modernized.
It's so good.
It's just those older movies. I don't know where the fuck our generation started copying shit, but those older movies were creative. Like incredibly creative. Like that Thing movie, like the fuck, like yeah, that has a basis of Alien, but it's about distrust and it's crazy good.
Yeah, it has the best horror atmosphere of any horror movie because it's not like, oh no, we gotta hide from the ghosts that we can't see. No, it's you don't know who's known all your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you don't know it either, and they don't. So like there's no like revelations. You're figuring out as they. And the thing is, you never fucking figure it out, and that's what chills you. Like that still sticks with people to this day.
Yeah, to this day, like, people don't know if Childs is the Thing or not at the end, and if they both are human or not. So,
and the directors refuse to admit it. So, like,
there's only one clue that was ever publicly shown.
Crowbar.
Nope. There was a game released and looked over by the creator of the Thing. Like, you know, they made a tie-in game that came in as a sequel of sorts.
Yeah.
And the only body that remained from the original crew was Childs.
Really?
He was the only one that was still there. You could find his body inside the Jeep, and that was it. But the thing is, like, he wasn't decaying or anything, so he could literally be like, you know, the Thing still in hibernation and whatnot due to the cold. Yeah. But the thing is, it was done in such a way where it still leaves it like open to like, you know, speculation.
Is he the Thing, or did he just die? Is MacReady alive as a human, or is he alive as the Thing? Yeah, you still don't know. Kurt Russell in that movie was fantastic. That's one of my favorite performances of his, by the way. So
Kurt Russell's a fantastic in fucking everything. I love Kurt Russell.
And he's also one of the best celebrities when it comes to politics, because I've heard him on record say celebrities shouldn't even state what their political beliefs are because they shouldn't sway because they have no power over anything. And he's such like a wholesome guy, because my family, we always say, oh, you mean Hollyweird? Because all celebrities are like fucked up, even though they're good, whether they're good actors or not. But Kurt Russell is one of those few that it's like, he's like a real guy. Yeah. So he's not just some Hollywood drug abusing dirtbag or whatever.
He's more than just a name. He's an actual person behind it.
Yes.
Well, I want you guys to put in perspective real fast. Like, if we got big, we would let it go to our heads too, more than likely.
Well, like, I feel like you would be doing drugs. Yeah.
I mean, the drinking's already there, but you know,
and the sleeping thing is already there. So
yeah. The thing is, like,
I wouldn't let it go to my head. I'd be grateful.
The thing is, like, I'm someone who tries their absolute best to excel in every field that I can. Like, when I was in drama, like, you know, I would rehearse lines upon lines to, like, you know, get to a point where, like, you know, I would know that shit off heart, and I could walk into the class the next day, slam the sheet down, and be like, I don't need this bitch! And then I'd fucking, bah! Who do you think I am? And then I'd steal the show, and then, like, you know, I try my absolute best with everything that I do, but at the end of the day, if someone tells me, oh, that wasn't that great, you could do better, I'm not going to be like, you know, how most of these egotistical people who blew up overnight and be like, oh my god, you didn't like it? Well, that's because you're just shit, you don't know what you're talking about. If someone's got genuine criticism and says that was bad, but you can improve it with this, I will happily sit there, I will analyze what they've said, and I'll be like, yeah, he's got a point, I could always do better, I respect that. I'm not about that ego. Like, you know, it's why, like, you know, when you guys give me praise for whatever I do, I tell you to fuck off, or I tell you, like, just shut up. Like, you know,
you're like, thanks, but now insult me to even it out.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want the praise. I don't feel like I've deserved it. I'm here sending you my work and letting you, like, you know, enjoy it so that you can give me feedback. It's not a matter of just, oh yeah, enjoy it and give me praise. I want that feedback. I want to be better than people perceive me as.
And that's a good mindset to have, but at the same time, you do have to be proud of what you have accomplished. As I like to think, are my videos perfect? No, but from what I've been able to do from when I started to now, watching some of the videos I used to make compared to now, it's like, I am happy with my improvement at the very least. And I do like to think I'm more of an entertaining creator because of my meeting all of you guys and all the things I watch on the internet and the lessons I try and learn and follow and yada yada. So you should take pride in getting compliments.
I agree. Like,
want more to come of it.
Pride is very important to have, as if you're not confident in your own work, the lack of confidence does show. But like, when I say that I don't take compliments, like, you know, for certain reasons. It's not because, like, you know, I'm not proud of what I've done. Like, you know, no one's more proud of what they've done than the person who's done it, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can have people around you praising you, but in the moment, you will always look at it and be like, wow, I did that. It's more so as a sense of, I don't like the idea of having an ego. Like, there are so many people who will do so much or so little and then really boost themselves up to such a high podium. And I'll sit there and I'll think, that's quite mad, mate. But I didn't fucking ask.
I didn't fucking ask. Well, yeah, I take pride in the fact that I'm the best edger in my home state of Illinois. So.
I just want to make sure which kind of edging we're talking about here, my guy.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute. What do you do in your free time?
Edge.
Yeah.
Are we talking the good
It's the
kind?
process of erotic sexual denial.
Yes, a man of culture.
Yes.
Wait, what?
50, do you not know what edging means?
No, I know what edging means. I just didn't know if you meant something completely different than what I was thinking.
I'm so glad a man of
50
culture.
states, 50 top edgers in the U.S. I'm one of them. You think I let it come out? I do not. No one needs to see that shit. I just let it build up, and then I let the rage come out, and then that's why I'm good at COD sometimes, because it's just that nut one that come out. I'm just looking at his fucking face. I'm totally screwing with you. I mean,
when it comes
for a minute, I didn't think you were.
When it comes to King, then that's the only thing not coming out.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good.
I got you good, my guy. Yeah, before we get sidetracked.
Well, no, I'm not getting anything good coming out, so yeah.
Before we get sidetracked too badly, and like, you know, we end the podcast anytime soon. I'm gonna tell you guys what my favorite movie is.
Yes, right.
Oh shit! It's been like 20 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. We've been talking about The Thing and like games and shit.
Return to topic.
All right, so my favorite movie of all time is one that's been heavily slept on. It's a movie that I hold in such a high regard, not only due to its cinematography, but its incredible soundtrack and incredible casting choice.
The Ladies Goosebumps movies.
Rocket Man. The Elton John biopic movie. It's so fucking good. Like,
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I respect anyone who likes Bohemian Rhapsody. But then when people say it's a better movie than Rocket Man, like, it's more of, it's not necessarily a loading the gun. It's more so of what's wrong with you? Because
do you not know culture?
But the thing is, like, when you're watching like a regular biopic and then you hear like a song in one point, but then if you actually are a fan of these groups and then you know when that song came out, it's like, wait a fucking second, that ain't come out yet. Why the fuck are they singing that now? Like, was it We Will Rock You in Bohemian Rhapsody? The first time you hear it is towards the end of the fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
When it was one of their first fucking songs they publicly released.
Oh, I did not know that.
And that, like, small shit like that irks me. But then Rocket Man, due to the fact it's him talking about his life in an Alcoholics Anonymous circle, you can get away with the musical elements and the songs being in really awkward places because you're listening to a story from an untrustworthy narrator. It's not just a pure biopic. It's a story about substance abuse and coping with it, and then also having to, you know, accept with who you are, whilst then blending in these iconic songs to then help set the tone.
Right, he can actually be there to tell his own story.
Yeah, because, like, you know, Taron Egerton plays Elton John fantastically. And when he first comes in, you got like you got a very orchestral sounding Goodbye Yellow Brick Road welcoming him. And you think, oh, okay, then this is going to be a bit like Bohemian Rhapsody, but the difference is going to be, like, you know, it's going to be him telling the story because Freddie Mercury's fucking dead.
Of course. Tragic, but true.
But then you sit down, and then, like, you know, then he sits down, he starts telling his story, and it opens up with The Bitch Is Back, which is a fucking incredible song, by the way, which had a very good cover done by Miley Cyrus a little while ago. But then
It's fair.
you listen to it, and then you watch how it's done, and these songs not only give you a good idea of the passage of time, but they also set the tones for each scene. Like the bitch is back, it's very brash, very reckless, and we're greeted with 10-year-old Elton John singing. You're following the kid throughout his life, and it's every shot, everything is done with a sense of purpose, if that makes sense. So many directors will, especially on modern ones, they will hold unnecessary angles for too long. But then Dexter Fletcher, that's it, who fucking directed Rocketman. There's a single long take in that movie, and it's a transition from the back of an ambulance to a fucking stadium stage, and it's done in such a seamless fashion to the music, and everything syncs up perfectly, and it's one of the few moments in cinema history that's actually made me go, fuck, that was beautiful. I'm a massive fan of musicals. I'm never gonna deny that. Like, so fucking having one of my favorite pianists of all time have his story told in such an amazing way with such beautiful direction and an incredible cast who actually sing, it was fucking beautiful.
You know, I have not seen that movie, but
Neither have I.
I've always heard, because my roommate's very cultured, reminds me of you in a lot of ways. Like he loved it. So I don't know. I'll watch it after the podcast and let you know how. After I edit my video, I'll watch it and let you know how I think about it. But
if you like music and you want something that not only tells a decent story, but then also has an incredible cast that makes you feel like you're part of this journey, then I would highly recommend it. Like, one of the
I'll watch it.
Good man, I like it. All right, fucking, we got about 3 minutes.
We got a couple minutes, so I do
right.
want to propose something to you guys. Well, not propose. I just want to ask, since we're actually filming this on New Year's Day. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Let's talk about our goals.
Well, I was going to say, what are you looking forward to most for 2021, the next year?
All right, so goals and what we're looking forward to. Okay, I'm down with that.
Yeah,
50.
we can end up on that.
Shall we go left and right through the call this time so we get 50, Mead, and King?
Sure.
Considering King opened up the episode, he should like have.
Yeah, I gotta end it anyway. So.
Yeah, so we'll make him go last. He's a bitch.
Okay.
All right. I know when I'm not needed.
All right, 50.
So you guys know my goals. I spent the back half of 2020 learning a lot of shit. We spent a lot of the back half of 2020 getting this off the ground. We spent a lot of 2020 getting our placement. Like, fuck, we have incredible, like, I'm involved in you guys, my friends, but like Karen and Salmon have huge jobs now. That happened in 2020. Me and King haven't done shit, but we still are here. So,
like, I've been doing stuff, but okay.
Fucking, my goal for 2020 is I want 1 million followers on TikTok, because TikTok is one of those platforms that's just incredibly easy to blow up on. It is. Like, I
Try
want
telling
1 million.
me that.
Yeah, you just gotta.
Please.
I
Help
sent you guys
bitch.
out. Like, see, the thing with you guys, like, not you guys, I'm talking to the audience here. The thing about with the audience is, like, I taught them how to, like, study this shit. I can't tell you how it works because it's kind of our thing, but I studied and I figured out a lot of the algorithmic tricks, and I use those to my advantage all the fucking time. And they work on TikTok. YouTube's a little different, but TikTok is always successful. So
resend me your list.
I will. And then I want 100K on YouTube. I want 100,000 subscribers by the end of this fucking year. I don't care what I got to do, but I'm going to crawl my way to that. I don't care if I have to upload twice, 3 times a week. I'm getting that 100K. I'm getting that fucking plaque by the end of this year, and I'm quitting whatever job I want to pursue.
Whatever job you don't have yet.
I have my nursing license, but like, I would rather edit videos every day than wipe old people's asses at a nursing home. I'll tell you that. So I want to be able to make this my full-time job. I want to get big into streaming, and I want the Gentleman Club podcast to have at least 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I would love this to have at least 1,000 views every podcast when we upload. I would like to have I'm sure we all would love to have that. So that's my goals. I also want to get my sleep finished, but
that'll take time. Don't worry about it, my guy. You'll get it finished in time.
Yeah, let's not get infected again just yet.
Shut the fuck up.
All right. So my goals and what I'm looking forward to for 2021, or as I've been taking to calling it, 2020 Kiwami.
Kunami.
Yeah, Kiwami, extreme.
Extreme.
So this year, I haven't really got anything too ambitious that I want to do. Like, I'm not trying to shoot for a certain goal like 50 years. My main goal is I want to upload as regularly as I can. Like, I've already got a video that's nearing completion now. I've just got a subtitle and add music and sound effects. I've got stuff in the works that I want to do. I've got plenty of ideas of what I want to do. It's just about getting out of my lazy habits. And alongside working for people like Moo, and the fact that he's supporting me, not just as, an employee, but, he's giving me, critique and feedback every time I edit for him. It's nice and it helps me improve my own stuff, because as someone who's been in the industry for God knows fucking how long now, it's nice to have feedback from someone that high up and with that much renown and respect that, he's able to give me the feedback that would be helpful, if that makes sense, in terms of the editing that I do. But
yeah.
Other than that, I just want to upload as frequently as I can and make sure it's all high quality as I can. And then the only real thing that I'm looking forward to this year happens within the first 3 fucking months. The rest of the year can suck my fucking dick. All I'm looking forward to is Yakuza 3 to 6 coming out on the fucking computer.
Christ.
Saw that coming.
It's all I fucking need, my guys. Fucking remember, guys. I'm not even gonna do the shameless plug that I do when Salmon's around. He's not here to laugh at me and be like, "Oh yeah, sponsor my mans."
All right, I'll do it. Let me try my best European accent.
All right. Here we go. So basically, right, if you have never used Xbox Game Pass, you could spend £1 or $1, depending on your country, right now and get access to it for a month. That means you can play every single Yakuza game when they're available from launch, and it will be the best fucking money you've ever spent, my friends. And then Salmon
Sponsor my mans.
Yeah, see, that was perfect. That's all we need.
Not sound like Salmon.
Sponsor my mans.
Hello, sponsor my mans.
Sponsor my mans.
Hello, sponsor my mans.
He's not even here, and we're mocking him.
Sponsor my mans.
But yeah, other than that, I just wanna upload fairly consistent quality content. I wanna get better at my editing job, and if I was to set a goal that I would love to hit this year, it would be 20,000 subscribers. It's something small, but the reason I set my goal like that is just due to the fact, if someone like Salmon with only 2K can go, oh yeah, I want to shoot for 100,000, then I feel like I could be a bit more realistic and go, yep, 20K sounds alright to me.
Did you just say Salmon? I'm 50.
You're both interchangeable at this point after that European accent you did.
Yeah, he's that good. All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yep, it's your turn.
All right, because we're running over the length of this thing. So
okay, I didn't ask. Yeah, let's skip him.
All right,
okay. Have
rules. 2021. You guys are talking about realistic. I thought I was the one with the realistic goal. I'm hoping for, because they always say the first 1,000 subscribers is the hardest. 2021, at the very least, I just want to hit 1,000 subs, hit that threshold, and then hope I can blow myself out of the water after that. Don't take that in a dirty direction, I thank you, please.
You're gonna blow yourself.
I'm looking forward to hopefully the world outside getting a little better. I know we can't just snap our fingers and have everything turn all peachy once again, but I'd like to be able to go out, see my IRL friends, maybe open up out of my own personal shell a little more and be a less procrastinating, more outgoing person. YouTube takes the front runner of my priorities, but it'd be nice to just be a better person also and live life a little more, because living in these crappy times really makes you appreciate what you had beforehand and all that inspirational mumbo jumbo. I also want to get better at Dead by Daylight, because fuck you, 50. It's a fun game and people still watch it. So, and I don't care. And people are less toxic now, it seems. So that's me. 1,000 subs. I think it'll be, that's what I want to hit. It's up to you people watching. Tell your friends, tell your pet. Well, don't tell your pets because they won't like the video. Like the video. It helps. Like the fucking video. No one ever likes the video. I'm telling you. We can talk about that next time. Anyways.
Son of a bitch involved Dead by Daylight in his fucking goals. Oh my god.
Gold. Hey, I want it to be Diablo 4, but I don't know when it's coming out, and they're not telling me. That's the game I'm looking forward to, but who knows when it's coming?
I
So
would.
No, we can't trail off. We can't
Yeah.
trail off.
So
We'll talk about this after.
I will stroke myself to the thought of that game until it actually does come out. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, you don't have to comment anything specific because we're not going to try and trick you into commenting something. I have been your host today, King. These are my wonderful co-hosts, 51 and Kieran Games X105. I don't know why I say the full name. And we hope to see you guys next time when we talk about more random bullcrap.
Comment, I flex my asshole for a shout out.
Comment 50 has a really small penis if you want me to say hi to you.
Let's just hope the audio works for this one. All right. And we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Goodbye.